Have you ever wondered why some relationships thrive while others struggle despite love being present? Why some couples seem unshakable while others drift apart over time? The truth is, love alone is not enough. Strong, lasting relationships are built on intentional actions, deep understanding, and the small, consistent choices we make every single day. Today, I'm going to share with you 15 golden rules that can transform your relationship. Rules that will not just help you survive challenges, but allow your love to grow stronger, deeper, and more resilient than ever before. These are not just theories. They are practical, actionable principles that anyone can apply starting today. If you're ready to discover the secrets that keep love alive, ignite connection, and create a bond that stands the test of time, then stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to take your relationship to a whole new level. Every rule I share is a step toward a partnership filled with trust, respect, understanding, and unwavering love. Communication is the heartbeat of any strong relationship. Without it, even the deepest love can falter, misunderstandings can grow, and resentment can quietly build over time. It is far more than simply talking to each other. True communication is about connecting on a level that transcends words, about understanding and being understood. When you communicate openly and honestly, you are giving your partner a window into your thoughts, feelings, fears, and dreams. You are letting them in, showing them that they matter enough to know the real you, not just the surface version. Many relationships fail not because of a lack of love, but because the love was never fully expressed in ways the other person could understand or feel. To communicate effectively, you must first listen. Listening is not merely waiting for your turn to speak or preparing your response while your partner is talking. Listening is being fully present, absorbing what is being said, noticing the emotions behind the words, and acknowledging them without judgment. When your partner feels truly heard, they feel valued. That feeling of being valued strengthens the bond, deepens trust, and creates a safe space where both people can be vulnerable. Vulnerability is where love thrives because it allows intimacy to grow beyond surface-level interactions. Equally important is expressing yourself clearly and authentically. This doesn't mean criticizing, blaming, or attacking. It means using your words to convey your needs, your appreciation, your concerns, and even your disappointments with honesty and respect. Phrasing your feelings in ways that your partner can understand without feeling attacked or defensive is a skill that transforms ordinary conversations into meaningful connections. Statements that start with "I feel," rather than "you," always prevent conversations from turning into arguments. They invite dialogue instead of creating walls. Communication also includes consistency. A single deep conversation isn't enough. Strong relationships are built on daily exchanges, little check-ins, sharing the highlights of your day, and even discussing the struggles. It's the accumulation of these small moments that keeps both partners aligned emotionally. When communication is consistent, you prevent small misunderstandings from snowballing into major conflicts. It keeps your relationship resilient, adaptable, and responsive to each other's evolving needs. Nonverbal communication matters just as much as words. The way you touch, the tone of your voice, the look in your eyes, and even your body language can either reinforce your message or contradict it. Love is often felt more through gestures and presence than through words alone. Holding hands, a gentle touch, a reassuring smile, or even simply sitting together in silence can communicate understanding and support more powerfully than 1,000 words. Communication is also about timing and patience. Choosing the right moment to discuss sensitive topics and allowing space for reflection ensures that conversations are productive rather than destructive. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is pause, breathe, and wait until both hearts are ready to engage. When communication becomes the core of your relationship, it transforms everything. Conflicts are no longer feared, misunderstandings are minimized, and connection becomes intentional. Love alone cannot carry a relationship. It is communication that ensures that love is known, felt, and reciprocated. Mutual respect is the invisible force that holds a relationship together when love alone is not enough. It is the acknowledgement that your partner is an individual with thoughts, feelings, dreams, and boundaries that deserve to be honored. Without respect, even the most passionate relationships can crumble under the weight of criticism, neglect, or disregard. Respect in a relationship is not just about politeness or avoiding conflict. It is about truly valuing your partner as an equal, recognizing their worth, and treating them with the dignity they deserve every single day. At the core of mutual respect is the ability to listen without judgment. When your partner shares their thoughts, beliefs, or concerns, responding with openness rather than criticism communicates that their perspective matters. Respecting differences means understanding that you do not have to agree on everything to honor their point of view. Differences are not threats. They are opportunities to grow together, to learn from one another, and to create a partnership built on balance rather than dominance. Respect is also reflected in how you speak to each other. Words have power. They can heal or wound, build trust or erode it. Speaking with kindness, patience, and consideration, even during disagreements, maintains the foundation of respect. Avoiding insults, sarcasm, or dismissive comments ensures that your partner feels safe to express themselves. A relationship where respect is absent often descends into patterns of criticism, resentment, and emotional distance, no matter how much love exists beneath the surface. Honoring boundaries is another essential part of mutual respect. Every person has personal limits, emotional, physical, and psychological, and respecting those limits strengthens trust. Pressuring, manipulating, or dismissing a partner's boundaries undermines the core of the relationship. When boundaries are respected, both partners feel valued and secure, allowing intimacy to flourish naturally without fear or discomfort. Respect also manifests in the way you handle decisions and disagreements. A healthy relationship is a partnership, not a hierarchy. Decisions that affect both people should be made collaboratively, considering each person's feelings and needs. Mutual respect means compromise is not a sign of weakness, but a reflection of understanding and care for your partner's well-being. Celebrating each other's achievements and supporting each other's growth is another vital aspect of respect. When you genuinely encourage your partner to succeed, pursue their dreams, and become the best version of themselves, you communicate that you see their value beyond the confines of the relationship. Jealousy or undermining behaviors, on the other hand, indicate a lack of respect that slowly erodes connection and trust. Finally, mutual respect strengthens emotional safety. When both partners feel seen, heard, and honored, they are more likely to share vulnerabilities, dreams, and fears without hesitation. This emotional security allows love to deepen and intimacy to thrive. Respect ensures that disagreements do not become attacks, that differences do not become divisions, and that love has the space to grow without suffocation or neglect in relationships. Too often people focus on grand gestures or dramatic moments, believing that these rare displays of love are what sustain a connection. The truth is, relationships are not built on perfection. They are built on consistency. Small, daily actions, the little things that show care, attention, and thoughtfulness matter far more than occasional grand gestures. Consistency demonstrates commitment, reliability, and the willingness to invest time and energy into nurturing your bond, even when life feels overwhelming. It is the steady heartbeat of a strong, enduring relationship, quietly affirming that you are there for each other through the highs and lows. Consistency builds trust because it allows your partner to know what to expect from you. When your actions match your words day after day, your partner feels safe and valued. They don't have to guess whether you care or worry that your love is conditional on circumstances or moods. This reliability creates a secure foundation where intimacy can flourish. A relationship driven solely by perfection, grand romantic gestures, or sporadic displays of affection cannot sustain long-term emotional security. The partner receiving such attention may feel loved momentarily, but the inconsistency ultimately breeds doubt, insecurity, and emotional distance. Consistency over perfection also means showing up even when it's inconvenient or when you don't feel like it. It's in the quiet moments, sending a thoughtful message during a busy day, asking about their well-being, listening when they need to vent, or offering support without being asked. These repeated, intentional actions signal that your love is not conditional on excitement, convenience, or perfection, but on a steady commitment to care and connection. Your partner begins to see that your relationship is a safe space, not a fleeting source of joy or frustration, but a partnership anchored in reliability. Another aspect of consistency is emotional presence. Being consistent emotionally means showing up with patience, understanding, and compassion, even during disagreements or difficult phases. It's not about never making mistakes. It's about how you respond, how you apologize, and how you rebuild trust when missteps occur. Consistently approaching challenges with a mindset of collaboration rather than blame fosters resilience and strengthens the bond over time. Consistency also nurtures habits that reinforce love and intimacy. Regularly expressing appreciation, affection, and attention, even in small ways, creates an environment where love becomes a living, breathing part of daily life. It is far more powerful than waiting for the perfect moment or ideal circumstance to express these feelings. Over time, these small, consistent efforts accumulate, forming a deep reservoir of trust, loyalty, and emotional connection that can weather life's inevitable storms. Ultimately, prioritizing consistency over perfection teaches patience, humility, and understanding within a relationship. It reminds both partners that love is not about flawless execution or dramatic gestures, but about steady, intentional, and thoughtful presence. It transforms love from a fleeting emotion into a lived experience, one action at a time, creating a foundation that is unshakable. And enduring conflict is an inevitable part of any relationship, and the way it is handled often determines whether a relationship grows stronger or begins to crumble. Every disagreement, every misunderstanding is an opportunity to deepen understanding, to build trust, and to strengthen the bond between partners, but only if approached with care, respect, and intention. Conflict resolution is not about winning or proving your point. It is about finding solutions, maintaining connection, and honoring both your own needs and those of your partner. Many relationships fail not because arguments occur, but because conflicts are left unresolved, mishandled, or filled with anger and blame, creating long-lasting damage that erodes intimacy and trust. The first step to effective conflict resolution is recognizing that emotions will always play a role. Anger, frustration, or hurt feelings can cloud judgment, and if left unchecked, they can escalate disagreements unnecessarily. It is essential to pause, breathe, and approach conflicts with a calm mindset. Responding impulsively or aggressively often leads to regret, resentment, and emotional distance. Taking a moment to center yourself before addressing a disagreement ensures that your words are constructive rather than destructive. Equally important is the ability to listen actively. Listening during conflict is not waiting for your turn to speak or preparing counterarguments. It is genuinely hearing your partner's perspective, understanding their emotions, and validating their experiences. Even if you disagree, acknowledging your partner's feelings communicates that they are seen and respected. Validation does not mean conceding every point. It simply affirms that their emotions and opinions matter. When both partners feel heard, the conversation shifts from a battle to a collaborative problem-solving session. Conflict resolution also requires clear, honest, and respectful communication. Use statements that focus on your own feelings rather than blaming your partner. Phrases that start with "I feel" instead of "you always" or "you never" reduce defensiveness and open space for meaningful dialogue. Express your needs and concerns with clarity while remaining mindful of tone, words, and body language. Avoid insults, sarcasm, or bring up unrelated past issues, as these undermine the possibility of resolution and damage trust. Finding solutions is the heart of conflict resolution. It requires compromise, flexibility, and a willingness to meet each other halfway. A relationship is a partnership, not a competition, and effective problem-solving strengthens the sense of teamwork. Sometimes, agreeing to disagree respectfully or revisiting the issue later after reflection is the healthiest choice. Consistently resolving conflicts in a constructive manner builds resilience in a relationship, making it capable of withstanding challenges and changes over time. Finally, forgiveness and moving forward are essential. Holding on to grudges after conflicts erodes love and creates emotional distance. Address the issue, understand each other, and then let go of lingering resentment. Couples who master conflict resolution not only survive disagreements, they use them as opportunities to grow closer, deepen intimacy, and reinforce the foundation of trust and love that supports a lasting relationship. Shared growth is one of the most powerful, yet often overlooked, pillars of a strong and lasting relationship. At its core, shared growth is the understanding that a healthy partnership is not about two individuals standing still, but about evolving together, supporting each other's dreams, and facing life's challenges as a unified team. Relationships that thrive are those in which both partners encourage personal development, celebrate achievements, and work collaboratively to overcome obstacles rather than stagnating or growing apart. When growth becomes a shared journey, love transforms from a static emotion into a dynamic, living force that strengthens with every experience. The first step towards shared growth is fostering mutual support. Each partner must actively encourage the other to pursue their goals, passions, and ambitions, whether personal, professional, or emotional. Celebrating successes together creates a sense of pride and unity, while providing support during setbacks builds resilience and trust. When both partners feel supported in their individual growth, they feel valued, respected, and motivated, which in turn deepens their commitment to the relationship. Shared growth is not about competition. It is about lifting each other up so that both individuals flourish together. Shared growth also involves continuous learning and exploration as a couple. Trying new experiences, taking on challenges together, and discovering new aspects of life or each other keeps the relationship vibrant and engaging. Couples who grow together do not fear change, they embrace it, knowing that adaptation and shared experiences strengthen the bond. This mindset allows relationships to evolve rather than decay under the pressures of routine or complacency. Growth becomes not only a personal journey, but a shared adventure that continuously adds depth and richness to the connection. Communication plays a critical role in fostering shared growth. Regularly discussing dreams, goals, and future plans ensures that both partners are aligned and supportive of each other's aspirations. Honest conversations about fears, limitations, and desires create an environment where growth is nurtured rather than hindered. Listening to your partner's vision for the future and contributing positively to it strengthens trust, respect, and intimacy. Without open dialogue, growth can become disconnected, leaving one or both partners feeling unsupported or misunderstood. Shared growth also includes personal reflection within the context of the relationship. Both partners must be willing to examine their own behaviors, recognize patterns that may hinder the relationship, and actively work on self-improvement. When each person takes responsibility for their growth, the relationship naturally becomes stronger, more balanced, and more harmonious. Self-improvement feeds the partnership, creating a cycle of encouragement and positive change that benefits both individuals. Ultimately, shared growth transforms a relationship from merely existing into thriving. It cultivates a deep connection that is adaptable, resilient, and inspiring. Couples who embrace shared growth not only support each other, but also push each other to become the best versions of themselves. This creates a powerful synergy where love, trust, respect, and ambition coexist, making the relationship not just a source of comfort and companionship, but a vehicle for continuous personal and collective evolution. As we come to the end of these 15 golden rules, remember that building a strong relationship is not about grand gestures, perfection, or never making mistakes. It is about intention, effort, and commitment, showing up for each other consistently, communicating openly, respecting each other deeply, resolving conflicts with care, and growing together every single day. Love is not a destination, it is a journey, and every choice you make, every action you take, contributes to the strength, resilience, and depth of your bond. Take these principles to heart, apply them with patience and dedication, and watch your relationship transform into a partnership that is not only lasting, but deeply fulfilling. You have the power to create a love that inspires, nurtures, and endures, and it starts with the small but meaningful actions you take every day. Good luck on this journey of love and connection. May your relationships thrive, your hearts grow closer, and your bond become unshakable. Thank you for taking the time to invest in love, in understanding, and in building the kind of relationship that stands the test of time.